Hi, this is Dr. Michael Karlin at Life University, and I wanted to share some quick tips with you on how to help regulate your nervous system, calm your body and mind, and be a little bit more resilient during these times. So, these are some tips that come out of the Compassionate Integrity Training Program.
So, help now is a series of strategies that we can employ if we've noticed that we've been knocked up high or knocked down low and we're feeling kind of edgy. You can also do this practice while you're in your resilient zone when you're still feeling pretty good, but you want to be able to practice them or at least bring your awareness more squarely into the present moment and get yourself maybe back down from either creeping up towards that high zone or creeping down too low towards the low zone. And so here on the screen are just 10 different ways that we can make a quick intervention into our daily life in order to reset our nervous system. One of the things I didn't really get into was the fact that that high zone is connected to our sympathetic nervous system, the low zone to our parasympathetic nervous system. So in layman's terms, it's basically just a dysregulation of our nervous system. And again, it's totally normal and natural, but there are ways to kind of reset that. And any one of these 10 strategies are ways that we can do that. And what people can do is just try them out, see if they work for you. Not everyone will work for every person, but it's a very individualized experience. And employ the strategy and then just check in with your body. Where am I right now? Am I feeling any calmer? Am I feeling any more resilient? And you'll figure out which ones are good for you. One last thing I'll mention about these is that these are things that we can do with others as well. So let's say you're together with your family and you're in a very kind of tight situation right now, and you can tell that tempers are flaring a little bit or people are feeling overly anxious about what's going on in the world. That's an opportunity where if you have found one of these that has worked for you, you can say, for example, hey guys, could we all just notice three sounds inside the room and then pause for a couple minutes and then say, can we listen for three sounds outside of the room? And what it does is it for many, and including myself, I know from experience that it can have a calming effect on our nervous system. And when people are kind of going at each other or there's a lot of bickering or something, just that brief moment of silence where people are trying to pay attention to something happening in the present moment that's outside of the swirl that's going on inside their own minds, it can have a way of regulating the nervous system. Ask yourself and ask others around you what hasn't been canceled. In other words, we tend to, as human beings, have a negativity bias, and that negativity bias has served us well throughout history in order to help protect our species and help us evolve and help us survive as a group. The problem is that negativity bias tends to shift our attention more towards what's wrong with a situation or the negative in a situation rather than all of the wonderful positive things that are around us. And so a question like, what hasn't been canceled, is a very simple question, but is one that can have profound impact because we tend to, again, focus on during this really difficult time, we're focused on what has been canceled. But there are also a lot of things that haven't been canceled. So, for example, very simply, sunshine hasn't been canceled. I'm hoping to go on a walk after this in a beautiful sunny day. That hasn't been canceled. Things like Zoom that we're using here today to communicate with each other remotely, that hasn't been canceled. So not only has there been a lot of things that we're accustomed to and that we appreciate that haven't been canceled, there are things that are emerging brand new that are happening because of this time of crisis that are really wonderful things that we should be grateful for. So just drawing our attention and the attention of those around us in conversation to all of the benefits that we still enjoy, all of the beautiful things in the world. And that can all be evoked with that simple question, what hasn't been canceled?